like to bash artists on their shows. And this is one of the problems in the industry. We are still talking about the talking points of Shatta Wale's live video in response to the Grammy conversation happening in our industry now. And I'm saying that because he is one of the movers and shakers of the industry, his response is worth noticing. So he said Ghanaian TV and radio presenters like to bash artists on their shows, and this is one of the problems in the industry. 3, he said he is rich and owns 5 houses in East Legon alone. His Grammy is the property he owns. Please pay attention to this point. He is rich, owns 5 houses in East Legon alone. His Grammy is the property he owns. Again, almost all the shows on YouTube criticize artists, saying their content is not good and that it is one of the reasons we cannot push them to the Grammy level. All the guys doing shows on YouTube, especially those who are doing reaction, so react and react. All the shows criticize artists, saying their content is not good, and that is one of the reasons we cannot push them to the Grammy level. And again, he says Burna Boy smokes weed a lot, high grade, like the proper one, Jamaican weed. Burna Boy smokes weed a lot, but if he, Shatta Wale, starts to smoke, Ghanaians will complain.
He's smoking already.
He says Burna Boy, he smokes like a chimney. Do you know a chimney? but if he, Shatta Wale, starts to smoke like a car exhaust, like compare chimney to car exhaust, then the whole Ghana, hey, Shatta Wale, he likes smoking dodo, all that. Again, he said every artist needs a record label, and he added that number 1 brought some and Ghanaians forced and pushed it for it to be collapsed. Well, Zylofon Music is not collapsed, but of course I know what Shatta Wale is talking about, as in when he was there things did not go well and he had to leave. So to him, maybe in his dictionary it might come as a collapsed record label, but Zylofon Music is still there. I'll be playing you some songs from some of the artists from Zylofon Music. He said every artist needs a record label. Number 1 brought some and Ghanaians forced and pushed it for it to be collapsed. He also added, when he makes money, he rather spend it on buying property than using it to shoot quality videos. When he makes money, he rather spend it on buying properties than using it to shoot quality videos. Again, he added Kojo Sheldon's Yawa of the day is one of the problems of the industry. Kojo Sheldon, that guy with a big head, he calls himself content nyami. Shatta Wale says his Yawa of the day is one of the problems of the industry. Of course, he has numbers. People watch his YouTube channel. Shatta Wale also said he is the only international artist in Ghana. He is the only international artist in Ghana. Again, he said Ghanaian artists are also part of the problem because they don't come out to stop people on radio from talking bad about them. Ghanaian artists, they are also part of the problem because they don't come out to stop people on radio from talking bad about them. He also said people say he doesn't travel, but traveling is not everything. Shatta Wale said people have been accusing him, Shatta doesn't travel, Shatta doesn't go anywhere, but traveling is not everything. He also said he won't use his money he has made to chase Grammy awards. When there are so many houses in East Legon to be bought, then he will be going to maybe some producers in the US of A or some distributors, giving them dollars, hard-earned dollars that he's gotten from his hard work to go and win Grammy, a gramophone or power. Then he come and put it on his shelf. What for? He won't do that. He's so wise. He said if artists are traveling and making moves, media doesn't push that. If artists are traveling and making moves, the media doesn't push that. He also said radio shows only talk about problems and not solutions. And I hear over here he mentioned Sammy Flex, he mentioned Kwesi Abuaji, he mentioned Andy Dusty. He mentioned these people for being the problem here. The radio shows only talk about problems, not solutions. But one thing I know is that the one called Sammy Flex among them, he has been talking about solutions. Yeah, that guy on Zylofon FM, he talks about solutions after the problems. Yeah, that one I know. That one I know, so I can say it. He said Ghanaian DJs on radio play Nigerian songs because according to them, the Nigerian artists have paid them some money. he won't pay Ghanaian DJs money to play his song on radio because he believes in his talent. He rather give the money to DJs at Bloomba and other clubs. DJ Sticker, Waboka. You will not chop Shatta's money again. No, you will not chop again. Because he's saying that he has talent. He will not pay money to you guys. But Shatta, the Bloomba, are they not DJs too? Then leave everyone. If you don't pay to radio DJs and you pay to Bloomba, you are still paying. Well, that is his choice though. And finally, Shatta Wale says it is prestigious to be recognized internationally with an award, but he would rather fight for money than fight for international awards. So, ladies and gentlemen, these were some of the salient points Shatta Wale raised during his live video. Once again, thanks to my producer, researcher, Jerry the comedian, for this compilation. Now, let's listen to some of the voices. And when we come back, we open up the discussion. So we talk. We will talk. Get ready. Let's talk. Let's open up the discussion. Let's open up the conversation. Once again, good morning to Charles Niyama Mesa, aka Shatta Wale. Yes, we've heard his message. He thinks these are the reasons we are not getting the Grammy recognition. Now he is big in our music space, so whatever he says, we will take it hook, line, and sinker and discuss them. Adam, let me give you maximum of about 5 minutes, and I'm marking you. Sometimes you are very indisciplined with time.
Alright,
marking you 5 minutes.
Well, before that, I want to say a big shout out to
into your 5 minutes.
Queen Stalin. You know, she's doing the listening. Big up to you, Queen Stalin. Sammy, I want to start the conversation this way. There is something we call corporate inertia. Now, the corporate inertia is an organization getting to a point that they remain rigid and they don't want to change their ways. Corporate inertia is a term used to describe an established company that remains rigid in its thinking and actions rather than being open to changing industry and company dynamics. It's easy for a company leader to become complacent when things are going well. Ultimately, inertia leads to a loss of competitive advantage, trapping businesses in traditional operational pattern and halting growth. That is one problem of Ghana, and it's not limited to music. You know, when it comes to the movie, we started movie. People used to come from Togo, Nigeria, and others to come and learn movie from this school.
Okay,
NAFTI.
Okay.
Then aside that, we used to have the Gold Coast Film Company, which later metamorphosed to Ghana Film Company, where we become like a hub for movie making in this sub-region. But due to this organizational inertia, where we remain rigid and not become dynamic in our ways, we sit and lose competitive advantage. And happening in our sports, football, we were one of the, trailblazers when it comes to lifting of the AFCON trophies. But other countries have surpassed us. So like there is that national organizational inertia when it comes to Ghana. When something happens, is happening for us, we remain complacent. And even it happens to our players playing abroad. As soon as they get to abroad, we do
when they play the Serie A and
so it's a national, sickness, so to speak, in quotes. So for me, I don't want us to limit it to the music scene. But what I see is that there is a hope, or there is light at the end of the tunnel. It is all about the industry putting itself together, realizing that we have been the leaders, because most of the top Nigerian artists we see today were like no top guns in Ghana some time ago. Talk of the Two-Face, talk of the Burna Boys of today, Whiskey, Davido. A lot of Ghanaians saw them going up.
Patoranking.
Yes, Baden here. You see, so
even flavor now.
Yes, you see,
flavor.
So
yes.
it doesn't. It should tell you that we have, like people used to say, we have the men. We have people in terms of plugs outside. What we need to do is realize our place when it comes to the entertainment front and taking our place. I wouldn't say our artists are not doing much. Our artists are doing well, spending, my man here, where you're saying is a sound engineer. Artists spending, sleepless nights in his studio and other studios.
That's true.
Trying to make music. And when they do, when you see artists going for radio or TV tour, it is not easy. Playing the shows, they are doing everything. But like you say, we are human beings. We cannot be perfect all the time. So there are lapses. What we have to do, I'll come and zero
your time.
Yeah,
you have 2 minutes.
We just need to look at where the lapses are and fix it. If things like this come, we shouldn't make the picture look like it is doomed or all hope is lost. Shatta Wale should calm down. At times he has points, but his presentation take the better part away from some of the utterances or the suggestions he makes. Like talking about media bashing artists and artists or Ghanaians not celebrating our heroes. Shatta has in the past been a culprit of all of these things. He has taken some artists who have achieved a lot in the industry and make them look like they have not done anything. When you do this, you sow the seed of people not celebrating our heroes. Look at the respect the industry had for Reggie Rockstone. But within some few seconds, Shatta started all of these things. Even if you have a point, you need to present your point out. Oh, Reggie could have been a top man or maybe a rich person if the structures of the industry were right. This would have been perfect. But to call people they are poor, they are this, what are you telling the investors? At times you can even say that nobody can make money from Ghana music, or like Ghana music no they pay. What are you telling the investors? You are making them coil back. You are not inspiring them to come. Sarkodie is poor. If an investor sees a top brand in Ghana like Sarkodie and he hears he is poor, if upon all the heroics and all the exploits of Sarkodie he is poor, then no investor will go and invest in other talent. And even not only Shatta Wale, some of the artists. Just recently, when Medical and other people, were flaunting their riches, we got someone, this man, Tiflo, to say that he didn't make the money through music. He can't make money. What are you telling the investors? So the artists too are to blame. Even in Shatta's video, he again took a shot at some of the artists, saying some of the artists can't talk because they are hungry.
Your last minute on this.
So what I want to say is that we should not appropriate and reprobate. We should not also apportion the blame to one causes. The media has a role to play. If you are a media person and you have close links to some of the blogs and you think you can help an artist, it is business. Get in touch, help. If you're an artist, you need to avail yourself. Some of the artists, you call them, they will be giving you excuses upon excuses. So if we understand that it's a national movement, both parties will have to take part of the blame and ensure that we all come together. Whatever we know and we think we can make it happen for us, we make it happen. Because when it comes to the top people out there, Ghanaians have them, and when it comes to industry expertise, Ghanaians have them. So what is left? How to link the plug to the industry expertise to get us there. For me, I believe in the Ghanaian musician. I believe in their competencies. Given the opportunity, they can take Ghana to the next level. And then Nigeria taking the lead doesn't mean Ghana can't get there. We can even get there and surpass them. What we have to do is to put our home together and get there. There is hope for the
solid. Edem Mason Chatome, beautiful delivery there. Sure, in response to Shatta Wale's comments on the Grammys loss and the brouhaha around it. Okay, so let me go on to Facebook. Edem, can you make a movement small? Maybe, good. Let's start from top. Good. You start from the very top. Okay, it's okay. We can start from here. King Armstrong said, Brasami, I'm listening from Tulu. Please play Black Syrup. Yeah. And please, the new talents that come to your show. Tell them to read more about music. Yeah, baby, I see you. Good morning. And it says thanks for your help, and I support the idea you have been helping these young boys. James Lee Double says fire. Manjo J says good morning, Brasami. Nice song there. Opeye Mitaro says Brasami, we are loud and clear inside Awoshi A-Lang. Now DJ Wani Breman Abrantia says hello there, Brasami. It's always good to be good, and it's always better to be better. Amen. Watching and listening live at Spintex Coastal Railways. Okay, thank you. Bismarck says Teen Fire. Greetings from Luton, London. Prince Jima says watching you live from Paris. Your take on the Grammys, please. Thank you. Okay, so we've started our different takes on the Grammys. Isaac Abiashi is watching us from Sunyani. DJ Sheriff or D Sheriff Rules. See you, Knee Black. Showbiz Agenda Airborne. D Sheriff said, Brasami, I like what you are wearing today. Watching from Awoshi Masalachi Deep Green. Keep on with the hard work. Okay, what I'm wearing was given to me by Koya Kutu. Fashion and vitality. Okay, now Fred Apia says good morning, Sammy, and everyone there. Sammy, I have already said that I was disappointed in Shatta Wale last year when Beyonce gave him all the hype and he didn't capitalize on it. But yesterday he did make some sense in his rants. But once again, his choice of words were the problem. But for Kojo Sheldon, he was out of order. Didn't he know none of our musicians were nominated? What you, Brasami, Sammy and your team did was the best way to go, because you chose to discuss the way forward for our artists and the industry in general. Now DJ Sammy Black says good morning, Brasami. About this COVID thing, it is a lie. I'm in Italy now. They said I've tested positive. They took me and quarantined me for 2 weeks without drugs, and later came and told me I've tested negative. Brasami, tell my people to look sharp, because the white people ain't taking it. Let's be careful. Good word. I salute you, Bosu. Thank you. Randy Kobe says Africa, what they go on. Kwame Bugatti says the fact is that our artists do songs just to trend on Twitter, and that is all. And Kwame Bugatti says Shatta Wale should give us a break. You pay a producer 100 Ghana cedis and you want him to win Grammys. Isaac Abia, she says fireburn them. Let them say, Brasami, you are not helping the ghetto youth at all. But we still listen to you. How many ghetto youth have you helped, Brasami? Please help the ghetto youth. Yeah, okay, I'll join them in the ghetto so we smoke together. Now Star Paluga says Shatta Wale is so naive. He thinks Grammy Award comes with nothing like VGMA. Okay. Now Woody Vim Day says Brasami, the vaccine we no go take them. We no go take them. You, me and my shadow Black Rasta said we can't take medicine on empty tummy. They should give us food first. Charity Boatin says good morning, Sammy. I'm bringing you greetings from Switzerland, Zurich. Okay, thank you so much. Now Adi Shatta. Okay, where are we? Okay. Yao. Okay, Knee Black says Yao Gray. I feel your top. You look good in it. Okay, you are a hero. Star Paluga says Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale uses his platform to tell the whole world that all Ghanaian artists are poor, and now he's playing the blame game. Adi Shatta Ziko says some gatekeepers and industry players fault. Edem Knee Black says Edem Chotome, great submission there. Opeye Mitaro says the matachop hot. I think Shatta Wale should be sanctioned from using social media. There are some words that he said that is not good for the ears. Okay, now Freddie Bryan says everybody they forget the record label factor. Sarko dear, Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy are solely independent artists and they do everything by themselves. See, when an artist the first part, Zylofon Music could have helped, but we betrayed Namwan in Ghana. We betrayed him. Adi Shatta Ziko said louder. Those politicians are not there to work for the system, but rather to steal money to their home. I tell you, then be PUSSYS. I don't know what that is. I could only spell it. Now Michael Boyvi says one God will bring GH Grammy. Let's pray for strength and hope. King B says Shatta is right. Okay, y'all great. Continue from there. Let me give you 5 minutes as well. I'm marking your time, bro. Yeah.
Brasami, like I always say this, Corona team, you know, you just have to have small money and we can cause some Koreansa, we can answer also you find the
and you're better than what is can be.
And to Sikana na automate.
Good.
Sikanya no menina. who is kind of
let me announce that I'll be reading the tweet as well. Some people are reminding me that they also sent tweet. I'll be reading them after. Yeah, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I would say Shatta is right with a lot of things he's saying, but Akwai say coming from him we need to know I didn't say nipa bejiatum because who the bash artists in Ghana for Shatta, and I think say for what he's doing, he's not trying to at the end of the day we are for the betterment of the industry until sometimes occur on that level and all I can say is we really have to respect those who came before us and see it me start if you are then I can say the industry is becoming an industry.
Yesterday someone said you be winning Grammys and you respect too. So respect and only their way.
No, the American say ubobia and now you need man. I would say for the past 5 years, Obra 4 year Obia, Oma Reggie Bagan or started so rapping. Now I have to say, one table of one, no, I don't mean maybe. But Obra 4 and my tia say, you know, you bet me, for the past 5 years, if and what impo say, ya tenasia, my who say, you can't rap as untimi emfa obrafo ho enkasa about rappers rap uti rapper bi obodi na chese na yemfa ne so bu ade keke but as an industry onu obo ampedu ba me bo me generation ya me behu ya me bo obrafo and as a
Shatta Wale obo konimo yeah
good example no but me so me generation Nyoma bia esi ene yehwe nkola bia adwuma ya de downplay ni ampanyifo we nyina ye e mani lukuti say omonya bibia mpo ye until say you betima rectify sa nyoma we no inidie ebeba bra oko America ene ye were artists still omo problem with the system almost system no omo wo na ye yetimi ka say we want to be like them, When you go there, they also have a problem. And
problem. Someone was able to pee on his trophy, a Grammy trophy or the two EWC.
No, say Winnie.
Oh, yes, I'm an beam.
By your chrome ha. The president crown a befre say, now, and 1 year.
Shay, what could you award Akojusagusu? Oh, come
I saw for you.
Oh, yeah, cramming.
Reading meanings into
Kebabs, so you're cramming.
Minada, who bondo. Itinu bra say yamfa respect ansha adie we ase because respect be ma yedi nidie atu baby ase say yede to. Every artist is doing what they can. So I understand Shatta when he says I won't make those monies to go and pay for plugs whilst I have to take care of my family. That is a typical hungry Ghanaian mentality. Minima de pano. But me come in ya me so me hienti said me ya ebeye ye me chire man so ate asie because me can say meti Shatta asie ya if he won't think about say okay I'm making money so it's all about me but I'm making money and I want to prove a point then the system and structure is being swatched. It has to start from us. Who should build a system for us? Who should create the foundation for us? Two-Face had to start something by saying, okay, Mejisikase, and this is how artists of my caliber should be charging. Artists in United States, Ghana had to say, yeah, A-list artists in Po. Omushia money ya disikato o manim si ebetu am say no mutu ni fa chire ka say engia ma obekọ backstage na ba kwa fa chire e kwa akwaji ye ntwa mo e sida ye no anya da e si ye ntwa mo was our problem no ye. So who is rich now? Company in so be my 500 Ghana yemi enunu afa adwene se so ma 10,000 ayenye ba yemi enu na ya fa adwene no ubo no ba ko afa chire no no akwa akobo no agi 500 na she ni bottom na che se adwene na ye tu no ye feel se ye adwene no ye ntimi nye ade we start if you regular stone your bra for more time me kai stories ni bi that time regime 10 million crore in charge. 700 Ghana, you know, charge it. No more charge no pona no pono bra. Po ya so do ma dwuni be bom ni o mebu ha ya nya no. At the end of the day, obi hia sa 800 700 na ye no de be ye. Enu nsusu so na ye wo mi no. And it's good say somebody like Shatta will come out because artists be only sa following now. When the page will be in but yes sir say a bad or say you good or is good say there has to be a starting point about talking about this. So I won't take it say if you shut an internet and yet it's something that need to be talked about and need to be looked into. I didn't tell your uncle Grammy. I'll say better luck next time. We just have to keep working. But independent artists say they are really doing a big magic. Big. I always mention Shatta Wale, Stonebwoy, Sarkodie. Up and coming maybe in so I am a fan. They just pick the business side from these guys and it's working for them. But these three people are really shaping it. And I want to say, sir, if these three people can really come together and start an agenda, it will be a way to go. Because why in the best start is our agenda no? Because who baby, baby, and omati baby, yeah, walk down honomono ehu yente, but who ati baby. Until someone should be timid, omuti abom ni ehu say omudi omuti bom for a course no. Yet to make us so omubetimi ayena ye. They have to start for us to see some possibilities because baby omaduno it takes them because a government baby bia and at the end of the day a bit depending on also for everything we want to grow as an industry no a bit also to grow. So I would say bad man Shatta one done Ghana na yawono yawa Crawford you are their own seed. Let's just keep doing this and I would say the media won't stop being a media. The media will always be a media. We should look at the good things the media also does and talk about us than we artists looking at the negative sides. Because sometimes as an artist, you know, to say me bam no mabe hu ni maybe say uwe chira artist bi ampese obesore ni aka ni ompese obeti afa no ho. Otia and say we are singing as I say we are singing at me stop it near dealing with issue no kasi a ya now we are singing as I move on. Media will always be media. Knowing right now Oko American media more kasa fa no to say oya boa bi. Yes yet hakura timi eba shini bi. Jay-Z media painting so you good. But Oko other media sections Oko YouTube Obawako who and someone as a Wotifa Jay-Z who ankasa mpoa you will never like him again. But our presenting picture be my end so you feel what I say. I will say sir the goal no must be making money.
Okay.
But my money no kwa and yet goal no because achievements being so yeah, sika been in your bit to my table.
Alright, thank you so much. Yeah, great. This is still Showbiz Agenda right here on Zylofon 102.1. And let me read some tweets before Otin will wrap up the discussion. And after that, we jump straight into the Independence Challenge. We are about doing the next edition, which is going to be day 6 of the challenge. Okay, one don AK Odate on Twitter says, "Good morning, Sammy Flex. What Shatta Wale is saying is what Shatta Wale is saying is the hard truth, but because of hypocrisy, someone will stand against it. God bless Shatta Wale and Yao Gray. Nana Pia Mensa Benya Sikabi. Showbiz Agenda is on fire." Okay, and Salansa Asomide says, "Good morning, brother Sammy. Whatever Shatta Wale is saying is true, but no one will take it because it is coming from Shatta. Sometimes too, he has to choose his words he uses." DJ Misty says, "One thing is that those winning Grammy awards are on big record labels. Just imagine Burna Boy, Atlantic Records. Angelique Kidjo is on Columbia Records, Island Records, and all those records are big. What about our artists in Ghana? Who is on a big record label? Now Henry 14 says the industry is limited to beefs to gain trends and hits, and how can you win Grammys with beef songs? Okay. And Rabi Slat says what he said about radio presenters be true, but I think you are a guy who talks about a problem and he finds solutions to it, and he has a point on issues he raised, but he should check on how he presents himself, and he should stop the pa. Okay. The he can't stop. That is him. Raskoku has a tweet here. He says, and you two, after playing the foreign songs on air, now you want the artist to go and bring Grammy. If they pull him down, PhD syndrome continues in the industry, then Ben to Accra Bebomo. Stop the PhD now. Nat Ebube DK, salute to you, General. Rabi Slat says, Abrasami, what Shatta is saying? Okay, I think I read this earlier. Sololam says he's always got point, but he's seen as the black sheep, so nobody cares about what he says. We got different ways of presenting. He decided to present it as at where it comes from. Okay, DJ Gota Brasami, Grammy winning is not building or getting rich. It helps you to get into the international market, and I think weed is not good for Shatta, so he shouldn't compare himself to Bena. Kofi Wolali Trigger says we are in this country where our agenda is beef. Sammy, if you're listening closely, sounds from Niger. Some people came to hit his message just away from me. Okay, not everybody gets a brass. I mean, whenever talking about what Shatta reacts like he doesn't need awards, but I see his reaction when he gets his VGMA. You take more money, go do adventure movie Gringo without any good award from it. Oh, that Menkasa. Fifi Kadigo says, Ghana must check on the up and coming ones because our leaders are now old. We are always checking on the up and coming ones. Kwesi Stanza says showbiz agenda is on fire. Olamide Joshua says, yeah, Gray, you do all okay. There is a guy here who is blowing a trumpet like he wants to die. He said one thing we forgetting is our artists are all independent artists to showbiz agenda. Sammy Stoneboy is doing his rounds with his own money. Even that people insult him for self-put. Others go to studio record and the label takes over. Okay. All right, so much tweet here. Reading is becoming a little bit problematic for me, but let me see what I can do. Okay, let me come down here. Okay, Wolali, I was on Wolali when some people came to sweep off his tweet. He says, if you're listening closely, sounds from Niger, you realize most of their sounds are produced from authentic African drums. But here in GH, all the sounds are made from these tech sounds, and there is no quality. Chris Money says, unless your song crosses borders, then you go get for the 4 million and above views. But if your song no cross border, brass, I mean, forget your highest. Your highest be 1 million views. After Vibes Cartel, no they do Gringo kind of video, but he get big views. DJ Misty says, Shatta made mistake. He is the same person who called showbiz agenda a showbiz university. So why is Shatta Wale saying Brasame doesn't give solutions to problem on the shows? Shaking my head. I'm his fan, but this one there he talk non-far. Okay. Chris Money says I support Shatta Wale on the video part because Brasame, what is the views now for Gringo? Has the money invested in the video been recouped? Nah, because when our views here be low. DJ Kwachase Brasame. Now you see why Ghanaian artists don't progress. They are really comfortable at their zones, so there is no need to push forward, even if it is do rain inside the sea. Okay, I get you. I don't think Shatta Wale wants to go international. Okay, so these and many more tweets are here. Let me finish with Otin and we will wrap up all the comments from you people. So we move on to Independence Challenge. Otin, take 5 minutes. 26 after 10. Good.
You see, the future, your tomorrow determines what you do today. So if you've seen the likes of aged musicians and how they are suffering, even though they were releasing the albums and they were playing the shows, then concerts, from town to town, village to village, and they were taking the hard cash and all that. And today is only by divine intervention that they are surviving. Then today, when you make some money, you would know how to spend it. So what happens tomorrow determines how you live your life today.
That's true.
So today, if you have a job that gives you $50,000 every day, If Sammy comes to me and say, Charlie, make we go chill for Kokrobito. Oh, really? We get to Kokrobito and I'm supposed to spend $30,000. Do I care?
No.
I'm making $50,000 tomorrow. But when I know that Charlie, 1,000 years,
Many be 1 year.
Then if I make money, instead of me to look for those plugs, instead of me to look for those agents now, omobe plug me nyomne near me bia wo baby no me de be pass as yes because tomorrow is not guaranteed in this industry we're living in. And that has always been our fear. It has always been everybody's fear, unless the new and upcoming guy who cares about the fame. That is willing to spend everything he makes to make sure he puts himself out there. But that guy who has already attained the fame and know how difficult it is to even move out because he doesn't have the resource to pull up with his entourage, his appearance and everything, he is very careful how much he's spending off the money he's making. We sit down, we talk about YouTube, 1 million views. Let somebody calculate and then you will know. So 1 million views on YouTube, on Spotify, on what. How much is it making you? It's just a hearsay, it's just a hype. It's just, you feel good that some few people are listening to your songs. But it doesn't generate that money. You see, Ghana, as at now that I'm talking to you, as a producer, we have some of the weakest productions in terms of sound quality in our Ghana here. Have we addressed that? Songs don't just get to places and they start to hail it if it doesn't meet that standard. It's about time even we as a people, you lift your sound no, from the normal we love it and oh Charlie forget it, the public don't know what they want. There are people who know what they want. So make sure you take it to that top notch, because when you take it, that is when it travels. Now let me talk about originality.
Okay,
Ghana, the songs that we're churning out with all our top stars now, yeah, hey, we're loving it. Yes, the system will always be excited about what it produces, but does it truly represent us? Is it who we are? Because if that identity and originality is not there, you will get sunk when you meet the masses. And that is what is happening to Ghana. We are equally playing what Burna Boy is playing. We are equally playing what Fireboy is playing. We are equally playing what Wizkid is playing. Really? And you get on the same platform with them with that exposure of from over 206 million Nigerians scattered across the world. You want to compete, my brother, you will sink. So unless we carve a niche and know our identity, what we stand for, what makes us unique, Sammy, we will never ever get anywhere with our songs. We will not go anywhere because we do not have the identity. We are always living under the shadows of the Nigerians. What is happening to our typical high life, that guitar song? So we are evolving. Yes, I believe we're evolving. So those days, our big guitar band and all that, what can we do to it today? How can we evolve with the drum patterns and everything to make sure, sir, we stand out? Don't forget, all these Nigerians, do you know where they are feeding from? They are feeding from Fela. Sammy, if you are really a music genius and you listen to like the Burna Boy and all that, Burna Boy, the mother and his grandfather were all offsprings of Fela.
I think he has been saying it. Burna Boy has been
exactly.
Saying it, yeah.
So they know exactly what they are doing. They know exactly where they are tuning the boy to make sure he gets that top-notch recognition that he needs. Now, to our top artists in Ghana, who are their plugs outside? Which major record labels are they affiliated to outside? Because I mean, if you woke up last night and you want to get on Zylofon today, and you are not too lucky to have seen or seen Jatta or anybody very close to Sammy, it will be very hard for you to get fixed on today's show. Why? Because today's program has already been planned. So this is exactly what happened. Before you move out there with your product, you need to have connected with somebody who knows how to get you into that space.
Follow who no road.
Exactly.
That's what some people say.
If not, I mean, you can do all the songs, but you will never get there. Why? Because you did the song from a different geographical area. Your representation out there to get you into that slot is not available. Because we shouldn't forget, say, our songs is equally competing with the song that Michael Jackson would have released if he was alive today.
Exactly.
So many people, the Jay-Z, why do we sit in Ghana and act as if, say, when it comes to the Grammy, we are competing with Shatta is competing with Sack, or Stonebwoy is competing with who, or Amachi the Day is competing? No, we are all equally competing with the huge names who the record label holds in high esteem and are pumping money into. So if you are not part of the fraternity, my guy, forget it. It won't work for you. So Sammy, we need to carve our own niche. Number one, we need to make sure we have plugs all over the world. If we do not have the plugs, we shouldn't forget that our songs will not get there. We need to affiliate ourselves with all these huge record labels
and distributors, the publishers,
the Sonys and all that. Now ask yourself, why not so sorry ya you men dainty and you movie bimo? Do you think Bisake the too much in that song in Ghana was not even regarded? Yeah. But you see, he had
that
a plug.
Was not big.
Precisely, he had a plug that actually believed in that song or was going to make money from that song. So that plug made sure, say, Charlie, this is Africa. Yo, this is good. Look at the tempo. It fits. Let's try it. Sometimes they go, yo, let's try it. If it works, we can talk business. And that is exactly what happened. So we need Obia or they will no plugs to see the movies, to all those people. Asame, you will waste your time in vain, and my brother, you will never get anywhere. So all these things that we're doing, we need to have an agenda. We need to have an agenda as a country. If we don't have an agenda and every day we think we are releasing the songs for Ghanaians abroad, we get up and we go and play for Ghanaians abroad, we will fail. And that has always been our problem. You and I, Sammy, the system says that we can go and apply for visa ourselves. Yeah. But why do you go and you think you need some Goro boy? Because he has been in that system, knows how, so he can even look at your document and tell you, bro, where the other quiet you also when you wake on your balance on make me show how to beef up your account to get that. Why? Because that is where he has also, that is why in this world Guru boys will never leave anywhere. And all these plugs
in Ghana
Sammy,
in Ghana,
you see all these plugs outside the world, me I take them as Guru boys because they are the mediators between you the artist and the real company.
That is true.
So they will never leave the system. So the earlier you make sure Sikana is not just for you, it is to be shared around for everybody to get with the right identity. Because I mean we are losing our identity. What is our music? And now all the Nigerian songs 206 million people now accept it. Now 31 million people no, and you might compete here. Once you get there, you realize, let's take this one because this one sounds original. Musicians in Ghana fail to put the right ingredients even in their song. Not because they can't, but they don't find it necessary, and it has become a problem. Good production in Ghana is very expensive. But if you want everything for cheap, don't forget cheap things never go far. It's just beyond, it's just around you. So invest in your music right. Our sound quality, not that our sound quality is poor because there are not the right people here in Ghana to do it all. Because the musicians are not paying the right people in Ghana to do it. Hash Hash was our only, and ever since has been our only high definition audio studio in Ghana, which the likes of Kenny's, besides Kenny's music, what did they see that made them come to Ghana to come and learn from our musicians then? Tony Harmony was because we were doing something that the entire Africa appreciated. But today, that originality, it is no more there. That beauty, it is no more there. That well standard, it is no more there, because we are losing a thinking. Say the fans don't know what they want, just give them something, they will play. So when it's their time, people people rush in churning out so many trash because the fans are willing to accept it. But have you looked beyond these unstable fans? Because these same fans, there was a time, there's this thing that came on social media where a fan had written something to, I think, Edem of 4x4 and had written the same 4x4
Captain Planet.
No, not Planet.
Coded.
And had written the same thing to Edem. Just a change of name. Telling how much, the same words, the same everything. It was just the names that were edited. And you call these people your fans. They are just your music lovers for the moment. The moment you look beyond them and think beyond them and would want to do the music for the world mass, Sammy, it will help. And I want to state emphatically here, per my studies that I've been doing for some time now, putting your song on DistroKid, iTunes and all that, Spotify by any does not guarantee you that mass listening or that mass energy and appeal to your song. There is more you need to do. Within that, there are even extents you need to go to make sure that your music are placed at the right place, the vantage points to get it. For people to appreciate it. If not, you can have the best meal, but Sammy, because it's people might not. Obi benye on the phone, but he invests in making sure say it's just by the roadside. And to Obi a chamwa. Why? What they now do the Range Rover Beka baby?
The phone example in the ampa.
What was it?
Police station where wakwan hope ucha junction ucha kev na by her.
Oh yeah, and
last me ko Toby pa hey ye home.
Exactly. So it's very unfortunate. But I mean, the thing is, we're investing into a vantage point where everybody sees it. Decoration is good. And at the end of the day, we should also invest in making sure, say, after putting the song on the iTunes, on the DistroKid, what is the next level of making sure, say, is in the faces of the people and not just hiding at one corner. The guy who they feel you will go type your name, go look for your song. We should not do that. Music is a serious business. Music is a big money business. Music is just like real estate or anything. So I mean, the money involved is huge. So the earlier you get, and people think say getting the plugs is all just going to pay around. Once you start your initials and the thing is good, the people fight to get you the right places, so that you can make the money and they can also get their share. It's just like the publishing. You go and sign a publishing deal, not because of internet they sign the publishing deal with you. They sign a publishing deal with you so that when you produce more, your song is out there more, and the money they collect more, they also make more.
Solid. And this is where we will end the Grammy discussion. Where Your Turn is the name. Remember, the name of the show is Showbiz Agenda. Sammy Flex here with Where Your Turn from Drumline Studios. And then Mensa Chotome and Yao Gray. He is an artist. Intim Dodi Solomon, aka Chemo, has supplied this information to me. He says 1 million views on YouTube on average will give you between $1,000 and $4,000. And again, depending on where most of the views are coming from. And I said the US is now planning to take taxes from the revenue too if you get streams from the States.